The announcement of the Global Supercomputer Top 500 list revealed the U.S. frontier maintaining its leading position, while Chinese supercomputers fell out of the top 10, sparking intense discussions within the global tech community. This shift has prompted inquiries and apprehensions regarding the trajectory of Chinese supercomputing development and underscores the significance of supercomputing in worldwide technological rivalry. Stay tuned to learn more about the evolving dynamics of supercomputing and global tech competition. Supercomputing has long been recognized as a critical national technology, offering robust computing capabilities that bolster various fields like scientific research, weather prediction, and material studies. However, in the recent Global Supercomputer Top 500 rankings, China was taken aback to find the US, Europe, and Japan dominating the top 10, whereas Chinese supercomputers, which previously held sway, were conspicuously absent. The decline of Chinese supercomputers begs the question: what transpired? Notably, the highest-ranking Chinese supercomputer, Sunway Tahu Lite, secured only the 6th position this time, while Tianhe 2 from the National Supercomputing Center in Guangzhou nearly dropped out of the top 10, facing a significant decline in ranking. This development raises doubts about the trajectory of China's supercomputing prowess. Will Sunway Tahu Lite mark the end of an era for Chinese supercomputers? The decline in Chinese supercomputing rankings cannot be solely attributed to U.S. sanctions on Chinese chips, akin to Huawei's exit from the smartphone market. The global supercomputing competition has always been intense, with nations vying for dominance in computing power and technological innovation. Surprisingly, the recent drop in Chinese supercomputing rankings hasn't stirred much concern within the Chinese supercomputing community, indicating a composed attitude. Conversely, the British media and related parties have displayed significant interest in the dynamics of Chinese supercomputing, particularly in unpublicized extraordinary supercomputers. According to British reports, China quietly developed the world's first E-level, tens of billions of calculations per second, supercomputer, Sunway Ocean Light, in March 2021, boasting triple the performance of Japan's top-ranked Fugaku supercomputer. Despite its technological significance, China opted for low-key handling and limited publicity. Moreover, China's supercomputing research extends beyond Ocean Light. Two other high-performance E-level computers, Tianhe 3 and Shuguang 2, have completed R&D stages but remained under wraps. The British media suggests that Chinese companies are shifting focus towards domestic market competition, reducing attention to international rivals. This shift reflects China's supercomputing industry's confidence and maturity. Drawing a parallel to Chinese table tennis dominance, where international players often lag behind, Chinese supercomputing experts prioritize domestic innovation and competition to maintain global technological superiority. This trend underscores China's scientific and technological prowess and its independent stance towards external evaluations. Although international recognition and rankings hold value for China, the primary focus appears to be on fostering domestic technological advancement and securing a leading position in global competition. This internally driven development strategy has the potential to yield more breakthroughs in China's future supercomputing endeavors, ultimately showcasing its prowess in a more impactful manner to the world. In the realm of global supercomputing competition, China and the United States stand out as major contenders. While the US is renowned for its E-level supercomputers, Chinese supercomputing technology is not trailing behind. In fact, it has surpassed its counterparts in certain aspects. Chinese supercomputers of comparable caliber have been operational for over a year, concurrently running two notable supercomputers, Ocean Light and Tianhe 3. Ocean Light inherits the legacy of the esteemed Tahu Lite, boasting numerous world firsts, while Tianhe 3 has evolved from its predecessor, Tianhe 2. However, recent trends suggest that China may have waned in interest in performance ranking competitions. This shift could be attributed to the sustained dominance of China's two major supercomputer brands, Sunway and Tianhe series, which have consistently topped the rankings, achieving remarkable feats. Some speculate that the only contender capable of surpassing Chinese supercomputers could emerge from within a Chinese team's endeavors. Supercomputers have served as a hallmark of a nation's technological prowess since their inception, embodying its scientific research capabilities, problem-solving acumen, and advanced computing capabilities. Reflecting on the evolution of Chinese supercomputers, they have traversed a path from humble beginnings to imitation learning, and finally to technological innovation, achieving global eminence in just over 3 decades. The remarkable progress of Chinese supercomputers has garnered widespread acclaim, particularly in the United States, where their rapid advancement has evoked a certain level of apprehension and apprehensiveness. Despite the U.S.'s long-standing dominance in high-performance computing, China's ascendance in this domain has spurred competitive pressures. The swift maturation of Chinese supercomputers not only underscores the nation's robust technological prowess, but also underscores its increasingly influential role in global technological competition. Presently, China's focus on supercomputing extends beyond merely chasing rankings, emphasizing instead how this technology can bolster the nation's technological advancement, economic growth, and national defense capabilities. This signifies China's increasingly mature and confident approach to technological innovation. Supercomputers play a pivotal role in advancing high-tech sectors like nuclear weapon development, where simulations replace the need for physical tests. Additionally, they contribute significantly to climate forecasting, material science, aerospace engineering, genetic analysis, and protein structure modeling. For instance, China's swift development of the CO9 vaccine underscores the indispensable role of supercomputers in such breakthroughs. The decline in nuclear testing among major powers and global bans on such tests can be attributed to the efficacy of supercomputer simulations, reducing the necessity for actual tests. Russia's lag in high-tech advancement post-Soviet Union dissolution can be linked to its outdated supercomputing infrastructure. Taking Sunway Ocean Light, China's most advanced EL computer, as an example, it boasts a processor with 42 million cores and achieves a peak performance of 1.3 exaflops per second in the LINPACK benchmark test. If verified, this would surpass the performance of the top-ranked U.S. supercomputer, Frontier. Additionally, China's Sunway Taihu Light supercomputer, operational ahead of its U.S. counterparts, has pursued 3 technical routes in E-level computing, with 2 successful routes and 1 completing prototype testing. Despite its most advanced system not participating in rankings, China still commands a substantial presence with 173 supercomputers listed in the top 500, holding 34.6% of the share, the largest among nations. The U.S. has seen a decrease from 149 to 127 supercomputers, representing 25.4% of the top 500. Together, China and the U.S. command a significant 60% of the share, with Japan ranking 3rd at 6.8%. Chinese companies have showcased exceptional performance in the supercomputing realm, with Lenovo leading among suppliers with 160 units, followed by Inspur with 50 units, Sugen with 36 units, and newcomer Huawei contributing 7 units. Huawei's foray into supercomputing, following challenges in the consumer market, indicates its successful expansion into new sectors. Given Huawei's ambition for a leading role, Lenovo's dominance may encounter challenges. Collectively, these 4 Chinese firms supply 51% of the supercomputers in the top 500 lists. The U.S. perceives Chinese supercomputing development as a threat and has imposed sanctions accordingly. However, Chinese supercomputers continue to advance, exemplified by the emergence of E-level systems. To quietly advance, China has opted out of international supercomputer rankings, akin to universities abstaining from global rankings. Despite leading in hardware, China lags behind in software and must remain attentive to international trends to absorb advanced technologies. China must recognize that supercomputing is technology-intensive, necessitating concurrent progress in hardware and software innovation. Recent years have witnessed heightened global competition in these domains, particularly in hardware, amid the deceleration of Moore's law. The pace of performance improvement in traditional CPUs and GPUs has slowed down, while new accelerators like FPGAs and ASICs are emerging. In this transition, countries like the United States, leveraging deep technical expertise and robust capital investments, have gained advantages. China must recognize the impact of U.S. sanctions on its supercomputing sector. limiting access to advanced hardware and posing challenges in software optimization and system design. Despite these hurdles, China remains proactive, investing significantly in basic research and technological development in supercomputing. For instance, China has achieved milestones in independent innovation, developing processors with proprietary intellectual property rights and integrating them into the Tianhe-3 supercomputer. Looking ahead, as new computing paradigms like quantum and photon computing mature, the landscape of supercomputing competition may undergo substantial changes. China should seize this opportunity by bolstering investments in emerging technologies, aiming to transition from a follower to a leader in the field. While China's exclusion from the global top 10 supercomputers presents challenges, it also offers opportunities for growth. With a commitment to independent innovation and proactive responses to challenges, the future outlook for Chinese supercomputers remains promising. What role do you believe supercomputers will play in shaping the future of technological innovation and global competition? Feel free to share your thoughts and perspectives in the comments section below. Don't forget to become a part of the Revel Discovery community by hitting that subscribe button to stay informed about the latest technological advancements and innovations. Explore endless tech possibilities for an exciting future.